This talk is all about how the partners, what happens with all of these strategies that all SaaS companies are applying to engage the partners, and what happens to that. So I want to talk about that and just throw some light on that side from a partner's perspective. Some of the things that generally a companies experience, like, we've been listening to how to make more partners active with it, but why they are less active is the cause of somebody being less active is not the same as what you're thinking. It's not that the partner doesn't want to sell. They came, they signed with you. But what are the reasons is what, from a partner's perspective, I would want to just bring it up. Less active partners, low deal closures. You have so many deals that are registered, but closures are much lesser than that. Revenue forecast is always missing. Great channel conflict all around everywhere. Not sure whether this is the same which you guys face, or if you don't face, then great. You're doing something better, but a lot of people will be facing this thing. Any show of hands if you guys relate to these problems? I guess everybody, right? So now these are just the symptoms that you're seeing, like what is happening around that, right? Now, I'll take it to the next slide where I just wanted to say, like, what happens when a partner's journey, what happens? If I'm a partner, I come and sign up a form saying, I want to be your partner. I take the form, I sign it up. I'm sure there is a whole lot of qualification, LinkedIn, whatever background checks you want to do, you can go ahead and do that. Once all of those things are done, then I get exposed to few things that happens. That is, now learn my product, or do a certification, or go through my partner portal. So as a SI or as a consulting company, if I am coming and signing up, I have salespeople working for me. The people who actually go out and start selling things. I have existing customers where I can introduce you. How difficult is your product that I have to go through all these things so I can make a sale? When somebody tells me that, oh, here is my certification program, the first thing that comes in my mind is, oh my God, this is another 50-year-old product. I don't know, this is IBM or something, DB2, what do I need to do for this? First thing comes in my mind is that. So now who should learn? Within my company, if I look from my side, okay, fine. Okay, if this is the criteria, let me do that, no problem. But who should be there? A technical architect, a sales guy, a marketing person, who should be learning this? It's a fantastic idea that your partner should know about your product, that's great. But which persona within a partner? If I train my technical guy, that person is not making a sale. I need to get my sales guy trained to sell your product so that I can use that, train and everything. It goes a little differently. So the moment the training and the certification starts coming into play, now fantastic idea, right? If I have more certified people, obviously I will be putting a little bit more effort selling your product. But you're not letting me go there. For that, I need to sell something. Once, okay, for some reason I start making some sale. I did that. Again, the problem is now comes deal registrations. There are deal registrations, 50 questions to be written. Who has time to do this, your internal admin job? How much should I write? What do you need? At the end of the customer name, and the deal size, I can put something. Now, before this deal registration, there is a lot of activity. I have to qualify a customer, I meet a customer. When should I register the deal? You have given me one form in your portal to register a deal. If now, with SaaS companies, it becomes more and more tricky. When I go and meet a customer for the first time, I say, hey, why don't I talk to you about, say, Sendoso? The customer will right away say, okay, fantastic, that's good, yeah, oh, very nice. And they'll log in, they'll see Sendoso requested demo, or there is a rep sitting on Sendoso's side who's asking them again and again, hey, would you want to know more information, something like that. I come back, and then after a couple of days, the customer calls me and says, oh, yeah, I saw a demo of Sendoso. And I'm like, how did you see the demo of Sendoso? Because I was supposed to do the deal. So now I don't know what to, if I go to Sendoso, and which is not, it is unfair on the direct rep side. That rep did not know that I was sitting and explaining. I was the influencer in this deal. It's not his fault or her fault. They definitely deserve their commissions and everything. But I do also. Right? I do deserve as well, right? Because I was doing it. So now, after the first time this happens, what do I do the next time? Before going to a meeting, however bad, however good, I'll go and register a deal. I'll say, okay, here is the deal. I don't even know, no qualification, nothing. So obviously garbage. So if you were to forecast something, how? And even if, say, for example, I've done 10 deals, that 10 is useless for you because the 11th could be again garbage. Because I'm going to always keep doing this. And this is not only with you, but I will go to all competing products that I'm selling. Because I don't know who else is going to be there. Because I'm worried because the direct sales guys are not going to keep it very quiet. If they closed a deal, they're going to talk to 10 people, their friends who could be in their competing company. I don't want the customer's name to go out. So I end up messing up the deal reg thing itself. So all your forecasting, everything that you've been ever thinking, it's all gone. And this is just me as one SI or a partner. The same thing happens with everybody. You can check any partner, they do the same thing. If they've not told you, this is what happens. No deal reg is only done once. The same deal gets registered in 4 different places. By me. By my company. Why not? That's how we show that we are active. That's how we want the MDF funds. We want funds from you guys to spend on marketing. Because we'll say, hey, we spoke to this 10 people, but yeah, nobody selected you. Sorry, what can I do? But then it goes on, right? Then again, the other problem is, even after all these things, when do I get my payouts? When do I get my 20% commission? After you get the money, after all these things are happening, when I have to run payroll, right? How much should I trust on this partnership? You're not advancing me money, right? If you are, that's great. I mean, great company. I mean, you'll have a little bit more sticky partners, but then otherwise it won't. And it's difficult. I mean, fair point, it's difficult. I mean, if the sale didn't happen, you can't pay. That happens. So, and again, every time, I know from a ISV standpoint, they're all trying to make it easy from their perspective for the partner. But when it goes to partners, it becomes unbelievably complicated. Training, documentation. What am I supposed to do learning your product? Just in case I meet a customer, talk about you? I mean, how many just in case can I do? I mean, this was fair and it was okay when there's IBM, Oracle, SAP, like 4 or 5 big companies and their products, that's okay. In SaaS, how many products? And then all ISVs, you keep adding ecosystems, you keep adding integrations, marketplaces, different platforms. What? I don't get paid. I don't have options like you guys. How do I compensate my employees? So I don't get any of these help if I don't get enough pipeline. I don't know how you sell. How do I sell? If I should be an extension of your direct sales, I should be an indirect provider. And again, distinction between channel partners, SIs, referral or resell model only, not the tech partners. It's a different ball game on the other side. That's my life today. That's a different one. Again, as I said, integrations, marketplaces, all these things coming up. becomes a big challenge, right? How do I do this? All of these things, the moment you go to a marketplace, now I have no idea where did the deal go through. Is it from AWS it came to you, or GCP, or this, or that? Is it coming from a direct salesperson? There's no fault on their side because they don't have visibility at all what a partner is doing. Neither the partner has a visibility as to what the sales guys are doing. So how do we work on this one? So every single effort of putting all these good webinars, partner showcases and things like that. Another thing, showcasing partners on the website, you should definitely do that. But then I always hate to see a partner down the street from me. If that guy's name is there, I have a problem because that's a competition for me. Partners are local, geo-based, restricted. They have a local area where they generally work. And it could be a big area, metropolitan, it could be many things, but they have a geographical limitations on that. So it becomes a big problem. Like again, pricing conflicts, marketplace pricing, you have discounts going on somewhere, you have things, 100 things happening on your side. The moment you open up your sales channel, if you think direct, indirect, marketplace is another channel for you to sell. It's another GTM. So how does a channel partner get, because I am in front of the customer, talking to them, and I got a price list, I got a discount. I tell the customer, what do I do then after that? This is about it. And again, I just don't want to just open up and say, okay, these are the problems, that's it, and leave it. But I'd just say one thing in this thing, the same pipeline, everything would fall in place if you could just add one thing before learning a sales enablement activity, just a sales enablement. If I could sell, I'll do everything else properly. Rather than wasting my time to go through all of the other things, go through this portal, go read this document, do this thing, do this test, do this. Instead of that, just enable my sales guys. If they can sell, everything else we'll do. We know how to do it. We run businesses. If you don't help me sell, because there's no point in me knowing any other things. I could be a perfect IPP, ideal partner profile, or I might not be an ideal partner. I could be an adjacent partner. It doesn't matter. I still am selling. I'm still talking to the same customer who you want to talk to. I am talking to the CIO. I am talking to the VP of operations or whatever. I'm talking to those people who you want. I might not be selling your product, but I can. I have the influencing power for that. But help me sell just one step. First, let me sell, and then I'll do everything else. This is all what I wanted to just talk from a partner's perspective, the view from that side, and why sometimes just a strategy doesn't work out really well. That's about it. Any questions or
anything specific come to mind in terms of resources, tools?
The best ones would be a demand generation drip campaign that you run for your direct sales. How do you attract customers? What is the communication? How do you go after the first customer? What is the touch points? If you give it to me, my sales guys can also use it. We're going to talk the same language. Give me social media things. Give me anything that you are doing for your go-to-market. I will be an extension of it. I'll take it and I'll go after that. So that's a good start for me. And once I see some traction on that, rest assured, I will be learning everything, whatever you say.
Several partners who said that they didn't, if I heard you right, it almost sounds like just give us your materials. It's proven, it's tested, we'll just leverage that.
Yeah.
Other partners that I've talked to said, we don't want to market you.
Yeah.
We want to market us. So how do we differentiate, marketing us, I guess, as the solution and you as the solution provider?
That's more easier, right? Because it's not like when you provide me something about you, and I'm a solution provider, I will also talk about, like, hey, this is the product that I'm using to provide XYZ solution. It helps me that way. I don't have to specifically say about you, but if I don't know how you're positioning yourself, I might be positioning you completely wrong. So for example, let's say you have an expense related some product, and there are thousands of other products. How do I differentiate that this is a product? I could use your branded things as well. I don't need to. There are some partners who would say that, and again, just another thing. When the partner who says, "Oh, we want to market us, not you," actually that guy is just not going to do much. So don't. That's not a partner that you're going to make any sale with, because if they wanted to sell you, that's what they're going to sell. Services are the same thing. They're not going to do anything different. When they say that, "Oh, I want to sell my thing," yeah, nobody, again, whatever you want to sell, you can sell anyways. I want to sell a new product in my existing customer base. Or I want to find new customers where they don't know me anyways. So I would rather use your marketing or your branding things, your branding assets to get some business for myself. So I would benefit that way. See, it has to benefit me. If it is not benefiting, I'm not going to do that. My existing customers already know who I am. They don't need to know what I'm selling or what I'm not doing. They already know that.
What do you use as far as a kind of a payout engine, and at what thresholds do you have to start to worry about payout based off of the deals that are registered and the
Correct.
referral agreements that are in place, right?
Correct. So again, see, this is another tricky thing, right? So you can only, ISV can only do a payout after they receive money.
Exactly.
Right. So now I have signed the deal. I don't know what deals were done. I mean, if it is net 60, net 30, I'm assuming it is net 30. If it is not net 30, it's net 60. Sometimes customers change it to net 90. The ISV is okay with doing that because, they're a bigger company. I am a partner. I'm expecting my payout.
Got it.
How do I get visibility to that?
Yeah. Through some sort of PRM or the contract, right?
Yeah, the PRM gets only updated after you receive the money, right?
Yeah.
I need to know before when I'm going to receive the money.
Yeah.
So that becomes another challenge. That who should I work with? Even if you have the best systems, again, your product is the best one, but there is somebody else who's saying, the moment I sign the deal, I'll pay you the money. I'll sell that. I mean, whether you like it or not, because it's much easier for me to deal with the financial complications around that. And again, there are different systems. People use all these different kind of systems where how do I make the payout? I mean, I don't care. I just need the money in my bank. So, because I need to run payroll. Okay, I can't afford not doing it. So any of these things that come in between is no fun for me. Because I might get paid from the same customer because I'm an OPEX. And this could be a CAPEX. So they might be getting paid a little later than me. So I already make money. I'm implementing that. Exactly. So I'm making that. So now again, as a sales guy, I mean, I got a chance to just keep bugging you guys, right? So I will bug you. I said, where's the money? Where's the money? So, and then that is when I expect that, okay, then the ISV will start saying, okay, let me give you some leads, do some business. That's how I grow my business. Otherwise, it becomes difficult. I need a difficult situation as well. I need a tough conversation happening, then only my business starts with that company. So these are all strategies we also do. But by design, you would know why you have those problems, why our partners are inactive. By design, you have done it. This design probably worked when it was, 30 years back, when there were like 5-10 big companies. It worked because that is the only thing. But today, it's not the same case. So that's one of the reasons I would say, like, all the issues start from there.
For MDF, as you're the partner.
Yeah.
Is it the norm that MDF is split 50-50? Or the vendor pays 100%? And then in terms of the payout, is it the norm that it's a credit or just a check to you?
Different different companies have different ways, but if a lot of companies will say, let's do a 50-50 split. Chances are that I would say, hey, no, we are not interested in doing that. I don't need to do 50-50. I need to get something free as well. License revenue is coming to you, right? Valuation goes up for you. $1 million deal for you is a $10 million valuation or whatever valuation. For me, it's still $1 million. I don't get valued that way, so I don't care. I don't want to give you that that opportunity so that I will pay 50% first. For some reason, I agree to that. I would expect the money to be upfront before my event, what I spend. Again, it won't. This is what I expect. It won't happen. So there will be always this back and forth going on. Then show the proof of did you spend on this? Okay, I'll send you the proof. The moment I have to give a proof, I know that now this is because it's going to go to the CFO, the finance. They don't know which bucket to put in, which partner. I'm not an expense account. It goes into a little different thing. Every company does it differently. So a lot of time, until and unless the partner doesn't have a defined program of MDF, we would not want to do anything further with them. We'll just say, okay, whatever we get, we'll give it to you. Just in case, you trained us for just in case business. So we call it as just in case. So we log into 10 different partner portal, we learn 10 different products. Just in case we meet a customer, we'll talk about it. You want us to concentratedly talk about this and sell your product, then help us sell it, right? So MDF, it's a pretty tricky thing because a lot of time we don't get the money. I mean, and I know the whole chain itself is a problematic thing because how do you define that? So unless you don't have an MDF fund kept, that is where, I'll just plug in Sunil's company. Those kind of things become useful, extremely useful. Because there is a virtual card, I'll get the money, I don't have to worry about it. Somehow I'll get it. But otherwise, today, MDF is a funny thing. Or a lot of time we just say, hey, this is the event, why don't you pay them? We don't care. It's not like you pay me and I get some discount or something. I don't care. I just need that because I'm trying to close customers. Yes, you can be rest assured that I'm not only selling you, I'm also selling many things. So it won't be 100% for you, but I'm still going to do something about it, right? And if I don't close a deal, I also know that next time you're not going to give me money. So I need to get a deal. So it's not that you have to teach me. I understand it very well that we are all coin operated. You put in the coin, I start operating, otherwise I won't. Events are another one, like webinar, like you run an event and you want partners to get in their prospects and customers for your events. Like some wine and dine or something, some event is there, you want partners, right? Some partners will get a lot of people, some won't get anybody. I'll get all my friends. None of those guys are customers. Because my problem is there could be other partners as well who will meet my customers. Problem is all about how do I safeguard that customer for me. So my competitors are not there. It's not you. The ISV is not my problem. My problem is the other guys, other partners. So, it's very difficult for you to do exclusive events with a partner, right? So that's another issue as well. But again, as I said, now these are all, there are few things if you just look at and if you can make a little bit more change on that, enabling sales up as soon as possible, you would have little less heartaches. You still will have some channel conflict. You will still have it. It's never going to go away, but at least it will reduce. Or you will have some path to, okay, this is what's going to happen. Any other questions? Otherwise, it was great. I hope It was informative that all partner programs, why these challenges are happening every time. But this is one of the reasons for sure. And yeah, just one more last. Partners typically don't give you feedback as to their experience was good or bad. The guys who give feedback, they have a lot of time. That not the right partner. The partner who doesn't give you feedback is the right partner because they don't have time to deal with you. They're not there to teach you how to do your program better. So it's a partnership in itself is difficult. It's in itself is difficult, and then it's just that some of these things, even the partners make it more difficult also. Knowingly they make it difficult. They can tell you, okay, give me this MDF fund, but they'll still make it difficult just for the heck of it. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for sparing this time.